from behind. I said, "Look at her." I knew exactly who it was just from the back. I knew.
That is a horrible body. Somebody's
Don't do that. Somebody loved it. Got 3 babies, right? What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikhail. We are back with another video. This is part 2. I did the part 1 where, you know, I just talked about my mom and how I've been doing. And this here, we're going to talk about what's going on in America today. Last Monday, or I believe, last Monday, a police officer put his knee on the neck of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And, you know, we seen the video of it. It started to circulate Monday night, and Tuesday morning it was just a big thing going on. Now, I'm not sure how accurate I am with talking about everything, because y'all know I've been going through my own stuff, but I do want to talk about what has been going on and what I have seen and how do I feel about it and how Mikhail feels about it and everything. If you're watching us for the first time, I hope that you subscribe to our channel. So there has been a lot of unrest in this country, and there has been more of an uprising because of what happened to George Floyd and this officer Derrick Chauvin, who put his knee into the neck of George Floyd, and he begged for his life and he cried for his mother. And, you know, we later seen new videos of there was more than one officer with his knee on the neck. I mean, there was, yeah, one with the knee on the neck, the other one had their knees into his body. The knee to his neck, the back of his neck was there for 8 minutes and 42 seconds. And this all happened over a counterfeit $20 bill. We seen videos of him maybe assaulting George Floyd in the car and taking him out and him laying on the ground. It's just, we've seen a lot of different videos from different angles of what happened. And a lot of people began to destroy Minneapolis. The police precinct, some banks, some stores, a lot of places were looted. You know, people went in there, took whatever they wanted, or set the buildings on fire afterwards. It was just a lot of that going on. And, you know, I understand why people are doing those things. And then it began to multiple city protesting to where it became a international event where different countries joined in solidarity with the United States and protesting for George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, and I believe her name is Breonna Taylor, yeah, and other black people who have been killed at just period, because it's a lot of racial killings going on in this country. And a lot of police officers are behind it. And there comes a time when you just say enough. And I may not agree. Let me tell you what I don't agree. I don't agree with tearing up your own shit. I don't agree with that. But I understand why people are doing it. Some people are doing it because they're really upset, and some people are doing it because they're followers. I enjoyed seeing the peaceful protest that's going on in our city. You had the people on the Rocky Steps, the black men walking down the Rocky Steps. You had people taking a knee at City Hall. And then later that day, it just turned crazy. And then in multiple cities, a lot of things happened. But I really understand why people are doing this. And hopefully this will make some officers think before you be an asshole and do something you shouldn't do, what the consequences for you will be and what the consequences for your city will be because of what you did to someone. You shot someone because you're afraid. I'm so tired of hearing officers say, I thought he had a gun, or I thought he was trying to shoot me. I am so tired of those stories. If you're that afraid, you should not be a police officer. If you do a traffic stop and you have to pull your gun out, you are in the wrong profession. You're in the wrong profession. And another thing is our leadership in this country is fucking horrible. It's terrible. And as Iyanla said, when it comes to the household or when it comes to leadership, this fish stinks from the head to the tail. And where does it stink from? The fucking White House. To all across this country. It's horrible when you have someone applauding National Guard and saying, when you loot, we going to shoot. All this and that. And I'm going to keep telling you this. We're going to keep marching. We're going to be setting things on fire and everything. We see this year after year. Year after year, year after year. But it has to stop somewhere. And it has to come to a point where you realize that you have to vote. You have to look at what's going on locally and what's going on in your state. And how do they deal with police officers and and so much more. It starts there. Because if you decide that you're not going to vote or voting don't mean anything, you're going to keep getting people that get elected that don't care about the minority communities and who will do nothing for the minority communities. And that's why we're going to keep seeing places get on fire. And they're never going to understand until you come for the food that goes on their table. You know, you gotta come for them. You gotta let them know and talk to them or vote them out. Or find someone who can really bring that change to your city or to your state at the state level. But we have to do better. I just I understand why people are doing this. Like, I really do. But when it comes to your own black community, I couldn't even go to the store to get some things today. I'm not upset. But I'm just like, this store didn't open because they didn't want their stuff destroyed. I think they might have closed early, next door to my house. Other stores have been broken into. I know they broke into the liquor store. I'm like, how the hell did they get in there? They broke into the liquor store and everything. But I just feel like now it's just becoming a problem. Now y'all doing stuff to do stuff. Y'all targeting places and just tearing it up for no reason. Like, what is the outcome of that when you can't even go to the market to get milk, and bread, and eggs? Elderly people can't get the things that they need from the market because it's tore up, or they can't go to Lowe's. I know my aunt told me she wanted to get an air conditioner over the weekend. I wonder if she got that air conditioner because they've been tearing up these damn stores. She's like, I'm so hot, you know. But look, she gonna probably have to stay hot for a couple of days because you can't even get things that you need because people are tearing them up. They broke into a Foreman Mills. I mean, I'm just talking about locally what happened. I seen the police cars on fire. And, you need to take it.
Hello? Down there for... No. I know, I just saw on the news.
She checked, make sure you got it.
No, she just told me. Oh, let me get one of these. She just told me what I just saw on Facebook, which is they're now on the expressway.
Well, I'm not mad at that part.
Well, they're shutting the rioters on the expressway, and they shut both lanes of the expressway, northbound and southbound down. So people are trying to get home from work.
Well,
and anybody who drives on any expressway knows that at 5 o'clock on a Monday.
But see, I'm not
already bad enough.
Right. I'm not even mad about the expressway. You know, I just care about the stores in your neighborhood. That you know, you want to get a sandwich or something. Yeah. See, I'm not mad at that. But what I see on 52nd Street yesterday. Remember we was talking about this on Saturday. Was like, you think they're gonna go to 52nd Street? We like, well, what the fuck on 52nd Street?
But we were thinking about 52nd and Market,
right,
52nd and Park Lot.
Right. They went to where the gentrified side was. I mean, they tore it up. They tore up the shop right up there. I mean, everything just got tore up. I mean, just tore up. Center City, I was afraid for my friend because he lives on Walnut Street, and there was a side of Walnut Street that was on fire, and he wasn't sure if it was his side. He was like, I don't want, of course I don't want your place to catch on fire neither. But I mean, my nephew did an IG story, he did an IG live with me, and he was just talking about how they just basically, it sounded like a bunch of demons just busting stores, and he said it was white people tearing up stores, busting them open, but the black people were the ones running in and tearing it up. And he was like, the sounds of it, like I can only imagine that. The sounds of what was going on, tearing up the police cars and just setting things on fire.
On my way here to your house today, I was on the expressway, right before I got off, I can't even think of the exit. Right before I got off the exit, Ridge Ave. And on the opposite side of the expressway, there were a bunch of cop cars coming, and there were about 7 tow trucks with damaged cop cars from last night with them spray painted, all broken.
Right.
It's been a mess.
Yeah. Like, does it feel weird that I don't feel bad about what happened downtown, and that I care more about what happened, what you do in your own community by tearing it up?
No, it doesn't feel weird. I mean, because a lot of those businesses downtown are really not. They're not. I don't know. But last night, for me, when I went home to see a store, the 7-Eleven that's 3 blocks away from me, they set that on fire, and it's. Well, let me just say this, back up. On my way home, coming up Broad Street, they were in the process as I was driving past of tearing up Broad and Hunting Park, the Rite Aid, and the GameStop.
Oh, I heard they turned Germantown and Broad Street up.
Kevin, it was horrible, the GameStop. Then today, this morning, when I left Parkside and went back up Broad Street, they were in the Walgreens this morning, and a cop pulled up. You had to see the people coming from under the floor, under the gate, and then the cop pulled up and pulled in front of the Walgreens with the sirens, and never got out the car.
They're not chasing nobody.
I said, well, damn, you can at least get the ones that stuck trying to. I mean, it just.
They're not really trying to get nobody because they're not trying to get got. These people fucking these police officers. I seen a video of the officers running.
Yeah. Several videos here in Philly where people were attacking police officers and they were running.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm glad. Like, I didn't hear about any cops shooting anybody. I think some cops, especially the black cops, I know they understand the frustration too.
I'm all for the protest. I'm all for it.
That's a big ass jar of gasoline.
Because they didn't have no small ones. And I use
That's a big.
Well, I have an even bigger one in my car that I don't even use because I was like, it's too big to even move around. Like, you can't take it nowhere. And then I hate taking this out places because it's like, well, what pocket you gonna put it the fuck in?
What you do that?
My lips. Something you rarely use.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Or your feet.
My feet, oh my God, when nail salon open up, I'm going to get these pedicures.
You need to go once a month.
No, I need to, at this point, I probably need to go every 2 weeks until it get to the point where I want it to be smooth. Because if I rub my feet together, it sounds like I'm about to start a fire.
It's horrible. I've never seen anybody your age with 70-year-old feet. It's horrible. But back to the protest.
Yeah, back to the protest.
Back to the protest.
Go ahead.
It was like literally like a movie. It was literally like a movie. And I just hope that.
Excuse me.
I mean, see.
You hear that?
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I saw someone post last week that when people were complaining about black-owned businesses in Atlanta, small black-owned businesses in Atlanta being, targeted and destroyed, I saw someone post here in Philly about how, well, this is what insurance is for. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, this was before the riots hit Philly. That's what insurance is for. I saw somebody say that. And then 2 days ago, when it started here in Philly, their father's business was destroyed.
Well, that's what insurance is for.
Oh, I mean, it was all going up and down their timeline on Facebook. Isn't that what insurance is for? Mm-hmm. Because they posted, oh, wow, you got my dad. I just want to publicly apologize to those in Atlanta that I said this is what insurance is for. Because then it came to Philly and it hit your father.
Right. Yeah. So it's
Be careful what you put out there.
Right.
Because then your whole comment section was, that's what insurance is for. You know? And I didn't really want to screenshot and post because I know the person so well, because you'd have been very upset with me had I reposted you, sir. Because you did a lot of talking, you know.
Right.
However, I just feel bad because it's like, I hope that with all this that's going on, I hope that people, karma's a bitch too, I hope that people don't miss the point, you know, of what's going on. It's so sad now because now I see people being ignorant to George Floyd's brother.
Because he said, don't tear up your city.
And now people are saying, oh, well, it's no longer about your brother anymore, so you can shut up. It's about, and I'm just like,
you seen that?
On the Shade Room, yes. Oh, you shut up, and I'm just like,
no.
Now he's asking, and now it's shut up. Yeah. I just hope that people don't miss the purpose of the protest,
right,
which is, you know, getting justice for what's going on in this country and stopping this. And I said to somebody recently, I said, one thing I can say about Philly, we don't have those type of issues when it comes to police brutality here. Because I don't even know when's the last time I heard about the police shooting somebody. You know what I mean? I feel like our police officers know a tad bit better than to do something like that. But it's just a crazy feeling when you see something like, for instance, I refuse to watch the video of him getting killed. I just seen like maybe about 5 seconds of it, and I turned, yes, those are gunshots. Hello.
Like, it's too many. Like,
well, I mean, look what's going on in the country.
I mean, it's working my nerves a little bit. Go ahead.
I refuse to watch the video because I said, first of all, I can't imagine watching 8 minutes of somebody dying. Like, I just like, I don't understand how people are able to watch that. But said, I just said to myself, I'm not going to watch that. I already know the outcome. He died. So there's no need for me to watch an 8-minute video watching someone die. I just hope that, you know, people think smart. And I mean, again, there's going to be consequences to what happened, especially here in Philly last night and the night before last, destroying the city. There is going to be consequences. There are going to be a lot of people sick because they tore up pharmacies left and right. Oh my God, they tore those pharmacies.
You can't get medicine. But guess what? We are still in the middle of a pandemic, okay? The coronavirus is still out there and it's not going anywhere no time soon.
They tore those pharmacies up. And they weren't going for, they were going to the pharmacies. Once they got in places like CVS and Walgreens, they were going to the pharmacies and stealing all prescriptions, stealing all people's. They tore those pharmacies up. And you think, see, it's one thing to say somebody is breaking a glass window out of anger and protest. I can kind of say, okay, I see where you're going with that. But it's a totally different thing when somebody does that, runs into a store, steals stuff like prescription medicine for people, and come out. You can't convince me that has something to do with this protest. Right. That has nothing to do with this protest. You can't convince me that your niece or your nephew or your son or daughter that's doing this, stealing people's prescription, that somehow is in protest to what happened to George Floyd. You can tell that to the dummy standing 2 blocks from here, but you ain't gonna tell that to me. Because I got a little bit more common sense to know that somebody stealing somebody else's prescription medicine don't got nothing to do with a protest of somebody dying or police brutality. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all. So, at some point, it has to be, when do we stop and say, now that we've done all of this, what next?
Yeah, but bitch, where I'm gonna get something to eat from? Where I'm gonna get clothes from?
What next? I mean, what next? Do we now just sit back and just say, oh, okay, we did everything. Yeah. We caused this damage, now we're done. But what about the fight to continue on to stop police brutality in this country? What about that
They're
fight?
not going to do anything about it. That's why I said a lot of people jumped on this more as an opportunity to loot and do things. And I really don't like to say loot. I like to say steal. Because let's just call it what it is, it's stealing.
Stealing.
That's what it is. But I do have a problem with people who are more upset about the people stealing than what happened to George Floyd and what happened to countless other people. This is why they are doing it. You know, some people don't know another way to channel their anger, so they just go out here and they do shit, even though it's not right. We only have one officer charged for what happened to George Floyd. What about the other 3 officers? When are they going to be charged? What's taking so long? Like, it's like...
Were they fired too, or just him?
They all were fired. So if they got fired, why aren't they being charged with anything? Now, I know all of them didn't contribute to his death, but still they played a part in it. So that's what those charges need to be for. And only 3rd-degree murder. That man had his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 42 seconds. And he kept saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
That cop didn't want to do
And
that.
he cried for his mother.
He didn't care at all. He did not care at all.
That's why it need to be. It was murder.
And the fact that y'all had him on the ground, laying down, in handcuffs.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 of y'all. And you mean to tell me you had to
Where
do
is
that?
he going?
Where's he going? Where is he going? He's handcuffed. He's laying on the ground. Where is he going?
Yeah. And I mean, again, this is about $20 fucking dollars. A fake $20 bill. Like, y'all doing all this for $20. Well, that fake ass counterfeit bill has cost this country so much more money than that. Then you got the dickhead in the White House who's just, oh, I'm calling the National Guard and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and this Antifa. Look, bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about that, okay? What we care about is this country, and we need someone who can lead this country, and you are not the one to do that. You are not the one.
This right here is his downfall. I'm telling you right now, if those of us that went out last night and the night before last and all last week to protest, if we channel that anger to the voting booth this November,
right,
he's going to be out of there. But you still have some people saying, oh, I'm not voting for Biden because of this, or I'm not voting, I'm holding my vote because Diddy and Charlemagne and Ice Cube said the whole... If we channel our anger to the voting booths as well, this clown will be out of the White House. He will be out of the White House. Okay? I saw people criticizing people like Joe Biden. At least Joe Biden, he contacted the family and he had a conversation. I saw George Floyd's brother said that Donald Trump did call his family. He said he did call his family, but he didn't even let any of us speak. He did all the talking and then the conversation ended. But then Donald Trump jumps on Twitter and says, oh, I spoke to his family, very fine people. George Floyd's brother said, but he didn't even let us talk.
Right.
He didn't even let us speak. Because that wasn't the plan. The plan wasn't to let you speak.
Right.
The plan was, let me put it out there that I spoke to them.
It's an opportunity to say...
Because Joe Biden called, and you know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy. And it's crazy when I see people say that I'm going to hold my vote in November and continue to allow a clown like this to remain in the White House. I'm just like, come on, y'all. We got to do, if nothing else, we got to do better.
We do.
How can you say that you want change in this country, but then you're refusing to even be a part of the change by saying, I don't want to vote? So what change, I mean... Come on.
Yeah, this is. If you keep doing what you're doing, we're going to keep getting where we're
Can you imagine if Donald Trump wins a second election and something like this happens again next year or the year after next while he's still president?
I'm moving to Canada.
I mean, come on. Because by this point, Donald Trump doesn't have another election after that to worry about. No, so he's really going to show his ass.
Yeah.
He's going to show his ass.
He said his ass.
He's already impeached. Yeah. So it's like,
right.
What else can y'all do to me?
Like, I forgot he was impeached.
Yeah, like, he does not care. That man don't care.
Yeah, and then you got to remember, 100,000 people dead from the coronavirus or the effects of the coronavirus. Like, he has a lot on his plate this year.
Yeah. And
it's time for him to go.
We have what is it? July, August, September, October, November. We have 5 months until November 3rd. Tomorrow here in Pennsylvania, and I'm not for sure what other states, but I know here in Pennsylvania on June 2nd, it is primaries for us, and I can't wait to go vote.
Right, I'm going to be. And I heard they moved my polling place because I seen something like polling place.
Well, they called me to let me know that they moved my polling place. They didn't move it that far. Where it originally was, I could walk to my house from there. Now where it is, I have to get in my car and drive, but it's still not far. You know what I mean? It's not far at all. So it's probably like a 6-minute drive from where, you know, but I cannot wait.
6 minutes?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not far. Well, you don't drive, so 6 minutes is not far in a car. The point is, I'm happy that it's not here, down here, because then I was like, listen, wait a minute, why would you move my polling place all the way in North Philly? I don't live in North Philly.
But he come down here every day, so I mean.
Yeah, but I wasn't coming down here to do that.
Yeah, I know why.
Or maybe I would come down. Maybe I would come down here to do that, since you said there's less than 100 people that vote around here anyway.
Right. I'm tired of being like the 50th, no, like the 27th person at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Like, come on.
Right.
We gotta do better than that. We gotta do better. So we really have to vote. And
they be the main ones talking
right.
about they want change.
Right. You
And
can protest and you can vote at the same damn time. That's how you get more people involved. You know, especially our young people. Like I haven't talked to my nieces about it, and they really haven't said anything. But I do wonder, what do they think about what's going on in this country? Because they are the future leaders of this world, of this country. They're the future leaders. And we see the same thing every year, and it never changes. And I seen a video with a man who was 45, a man who was 30, and a young boy who was 16. And they all were just arguing and, you know, trying to tell this young boy what not to do. It was, I saw part of that video, but I turned it off. I turned it off for the simple fact that I said to myself, but you have people that are 31 and that are 45 encouraging these 16-year-olds. So while those two men were trying to get that 16-year-old to realize what he was doing by causing this destruction was wrong, I see people on social media that are my age or older telling these people, oh no, it's okay to go do that. And I'm just like, why are you telling these kids that? Don't tell these kids that. Right.
Don't tell these kids that. Yeah, like don't tell these kids that that's okay.
But some of these riots are going to happen, and some of them should happen. I really believe.
Yeah, but let that shit. And you know what? And that's now I'm getting upset, but I'm trying not to get upset because I don't want to really go there because this is my first night back at work after being on vacation for a week, so I don't really want to go there. But yesterday was the 99th anniversary of the assault on Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, back in 1921, where this white riot came into this black community in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a very, very well-off black community, and destroyed it. And a lot of people, you know, were posting it and talking about the 99th anniversary, and a lot of people were saying, see, you know, this is why, you know, we're doing this. We're just, you know, repeating history or whatever. And I said to myself, no, you're not repeating history. I said, because the only thing is, those white people went into black neighborhoods and destroyed them. Mm-hmm. We are staying in our neighborhoods and destroying our neighborhoods.
Thank
you have to go into their neighborhoods and destroy their neighborhoods. So don't compare this to Tulsa, because see, in Tulsa, those white people went to the black neighborhoods and destroyed the black neighborhoods.
And not even just
we're black people is destroying our own neighborhoods.
The KKK will put a burning cross in your fucking yard ASAP.
And you know what's so funny? Did you see that in South Philly?
What?
Those white folks who gathered at that Target last night in South Philly?
Oh yeah, they stood together
to protect the Target.
That's right.
You know why? Because those white folks said, oh, y'all not bringing that goofy shit down here to South Philly. And you know, a lot of people were upset, and I, you know, granted. But at the same time, it just goes to show you that those white people were saying, listen, we're going to protect our neighborhood. Right. But see, their neighborhood truly is what y'all should be going to go destroy.
Right.
But you're not. I mean, there was one video, these white guys were standing outside of this plaza and they had these they had these big ass guns just standing here in Philly. These big ass guns just waiting for people to come. And I said to myself, see, these are the areas that these people should have been going to. But instead, they went back to their neighborhoods and destroyed their neighborhoods.
And
guess what? The white people were sitting at home just laughing and
yeah, German.
And I saw black people saying, well, Center City, downtown Philly is not ours. You're right, it's not ours.
It's not.
But when you go into North Philly and you go into Logan and Alany and West Philly,
start tearing up your own shit.
That is ours.
Yes.
That's ours.
Because now where you gotta go out. It's a hash. First of all, you can't even go to the Fresh Roses of their clothes. They're like, bitch, y'all not coming in here. Like they're close. Like, where are we to go? And I'm hungry, bitch. I gotta look on Uber Eats to see where I'm going to eat.
Right. So that's why I said if people really truly knew their history, don't compare Tulsa to this. Because them crackers destroyed that black area. The white areas around here are still standing. Those white people are still doing them. Still doing them. And somebody had the nerve to tell me, oh, you know, but downtown isn't black owned. You're right. But what about that plaza, 52nd Street, that's in a black neighborhood that black people go to? That plaza's destroyed. That supermarket's destroyed. What about up Logan, Hunting Park? That's a black neighborhood. That Walgreens is destroyed.
All up on Hunting Park is destroyed. That whole plaza.
That plaza, yes, destroyed, Kevin. Destroyed. That's what I'm saying. Like you're not going to the right. Now if y'all was going to their neighborhoods, I'd be like, go ahead.
You ain't see nobody up Willow Grove.
Hell no. And you're not going to see them up Willow Grove because that's a white neighborhood.
Oh God, Willow Grove Mall.
Never.
Pressure Mall.
They only went to King of Prussia Mall.
That's it.
They didn't go to the King of Prussia area.
Did they get anything out the mall?
They got Macy's, I think.
Oh.
But well, guess what? The Montgomery Police County. That was not police. That's not Philly police. That's Montgomery County police.
Right.
They don't white people up there don't play that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like why aren't we going into there? And why is it when people like me ask why we're not going to the white neighborhoods, people get upset because I'm asking that? Why y'all upset when I ask that? I'm trying to figure out why we not in their neighborhoods destroying their shit. Yeah. Since we are upset with them, why are we not in their neighborhoods destroying their shit? You know why? Because them agitators and instigators, those white people who were dressed up as ninjas pretending that they were with y'all, they came from out of them white neighborhoods, came on down here with y'all, started vandalizing shit, and went right on back home to their white neighborhoods. And guess what? Y'all sons and daughters and grandkids, they followed along. They see them white people pretending.
And then the cops come after y'all, the black people, because y'all still there about their lives.
Why they done hopped in their cars and moved on to the next black neighborhood. Come on, we gotta think better, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so upset that people our age and older, some people, are telling our black people to do this. No, don't tell them to do our neighborhood. Tell them to go up Willow Grove and do that shit.
And, you know, they're not going to go up there.
No, they're not.
Who's driving all the way up there? I don't think
Who's driving? They drove to King of Prussia to destroy King of Prussia.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Right.
They trying to get out in there, up there anyway. I don't know. I just want our country, like...
It's just ridiculous. Then they went to the zoo and opened the zoo.
I don't know. That's bitch, who wants to fuck a wild animal?
You know that's not us opening.
Right. I'm not going to nobody's zoo.
Especially
not at night. And them ain't coming for me.
Not at night.
No.
You imagine at night you hear something.
And Simba coming too, and Nyla, nope, you won't catch me.
You won't catch me.
And the expressway is right there.
You won't catch me in the daytime at the zoo, let alone at night.
No.
You know what they should do at the zoo? Turn into a haunted house every year.
No. No, go right to the penitentiary. I haven't even been in there.
You never been to the penitentiary? It used to be scary. Yeah, I don't know if it's because the penitentiary's corner. I don't know if it's as scary as it used to be, but I remember it used to be really scary when we used to go down there, and them jail cells were so small. You would say to yourself, "Well, how big were these men back in the day? Because these is holding a child."
Yeah, I mean, but if we I don't know how much longer these protests are gonna last, but I know we got curfew orders now. You got to be in the house at 6. It's 6 o'clock. I'm not going to the house at 6 o'clock. I'm sitting right outside. You know, you got to be in the house by 6 p.m. The way people are doing things in Minneapolis, I love it. Like the protests, and it's been peaceful. And you had the Floyd family out there. You know, some people are upset. But, you know, it's crazy when I see these white people doing that stuff, because y'all the same ones that come back and say all lives matter. Like, why now all of a sudden, why you out here? I've never seen white people, like, I've never paid attention, but I've never seen white people out here before these protests with the black people. I've never seen that before. And they are just walking up spraying Black Lives Matter or BLM and taking the hammers and just smashing shit. Like, it's good that y'all want to walk with us, but walk with us. Don't be destroying shit, because we the ones that's going to get blamed for it. Don't do that. Don't do that. I love to see the peaceful protests, and I love seeing some of the police officers marching with the people in the neighborhood. It was good to see. Now, does every cop feel that way? No, but does it? It's just some feel good moments to see that. When you see police officers who understand what's going on in their community and see why the people in the neighborhood that they protect, or if they're paid to protect, you know, why they want to join this uprising.
And a lot of them white police officers are going right back to their white neighborhoods at night.
Yeah.
And talking about what they saw down in the black neighborhoods with their families. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are not destroying the right neighborhoods.
Yeah, and I am so tired as a black man. I'm tired.
And can I just say this real quick? And I'm so tired of hearing people say, well, these black businesses have insurance. Stop saying that, because you know how hard it is for black. You know how hard it is for black people to even build up a small business.
Right. And everybody not like so.
And then some of them don't have the insurance that will cover this type of damage. So we have to stop saying that. Yeah. We have to stop saying, because if I took a torch and lighted it up to your grandmother's house or your mother's house and then turned around and said, well, do they have insurance? You would be ready to kill me. Because I lit a torch up at your grandmother's house or your mother's house.
Yeah.
Can you imagine these black people who have worked hard to try to open these businesses?
And that shit go up in flames.
And that shit goes up in flames. Because you don't want to go up to the white neighborhoods and destroy their shit. You want to destroy the shit in your neighborhood. And then come and help me clean it up the next day. Don't help me clean up shit you destroyed the night before. I don't need your sympathy. Don't help me come out. Don't come out and help me clean up shit if you were responsible for destroying it the night before. Keep that shit in the house. You know, I don't get the logic, and it's like the older I get, the more I understand why the older generation looks at like y'all are dummies. Because I feel like, wait, you're right, they are dumb. Because they're not using their brains. They're not using their brains. I'm all for the protest. I'm all for it. Go destroy their shit. Go destroy their shit. These white police officers, after they clock out at the end of the shift, they're going right up to their white neighborhoods and talk about how we destroyed our own shit. And they're going to sit around in their backyards and have a beer and laugh at us. And dare us to come up in their neighborhoods. I couldn't believe all those white people that were out there last night in South Philly surrounding that target. Yeah. They said, oh, y'all won't bring that shit down here. They were ready.
They had their guns out too?
I don't know if they had. Yeah, I don't know if they had guns. I don't know if they had guns. But Kevin, it was well over 100 of them out there. I could not believe it. I said, wait, these white people ain't playing no games.
Yeah, because you want to have a place to go to when you want to buy things, and you can get a lot of things. You can go shopping and like grocery shopping in Target. You can go clothes shopping in Target.
It's like, come on, it's like everything. I feel like we're missing the point of why we're doing what we're doing. Like, keep your eyes focused on getting justice for all of these people who were killed under the hands of police. You know? But I said this today on Facebook or last night, and I agree. Where we as a society went wrong, we went wrong when we didn't make an example out of George Zimmerman's ass. We allowed him to still walk this earth and still live. George Zimmerman should have been dealt with a long time ago. But we allowed him to just continue to do it, taunt Trayvon Martin's family for all these years, sue his family, do all types of crazy shit to his family. We didn't make an example out of him.
Right.
So because we didn't make an example out of him, everything that came after Trayvon Martin, it's like, well, and if you notice, we never made an example out of any of those people that came after Trayvon Martin. None of those white folks that got off, none of them were made it. We don't even know what happened to some of those cops that killed some of those black people and lost their jobs. Well, where are they at now?
You know why?
We don't even know. We didn't make an example.
It's so much easy for a city to just give your family a couple $1 million. The cop get off.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about the family. I'm talking about those of us that are angry. George Zimmerman's face should have been bashed in.
Yeah, well,
but
I mean,
every other year you hear about how he's taunting Trayvon Martin's family.
Or somebody else.
Or somebody else.
Or a girlfriend.
Or a girlfriend. And we all just sit back and say, oh, well, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we allow this man to continue to walk and walk? 8 years now it's been since Trayvon Martin was killed. And this man's still walking free, just doing him.
It's a lot of other cops that paid the price a little bit. They got released, and then
But
you don't even remember these cops' names.
Right, you don't remember their names no more. Because they get released and you don't hear nothing else about them.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Like, we
I'm going to tell you this. If this cop doesn't get charged, like if they acquit him, this country is really... You think this was something? Really, just wait on it. Y'all better make sure y'all convict them. Because this country is going to go... I'm just not coming outside. You think Trump found the bunker? I'm going to find somewhere to go. Okay? I'm finding somewhere to go.
Then they turned all the lights off at the White House.
Yeah. Like they won't do anything.
All off. They said, can you imagine? They said, turn them off. Just turn the lights off. Somebody walked in that White House last night and said, turn these lights off. That's a big house to turn lights off.
Yeah. All of them was out. You know, I just... No, I might have to get out there and protest. If he gets found not guilty, I might have to get out there myself.
And there's nothing wrong with getting out there and protest.
Yeah, but you know, in the morning time, I'm not.
Yeah, because in every city there was peaceful protesting. Every city.
Yeah, but I'm not doing the 6 o'clock because
you won't see me throwing a brick in no window.
When 5 o'clock came,
because I don't want nobody throwing a brick at my. Let me tell you something. I don't want nobody throwing a brick in my house. At my car, I work too hard for that stuff.
Or your job, because you
I work too hard for that stuff.
Excuse me. Yeah, like people,
me going to work, saving up money just for your son who ain't got no job to come and throw a brick through my window. Yeah. And then you tell me, oh, well, that's what insurance is for. Excuse me?
What if they just start beating up cars?
That when somebody tells somebody that, well, that's what insurance. That's the part where you want to go, bitch. What? That's what insurance is for. I'm gonna break your neck and his neck. Fuck you mean that's what insurance is for? Like I pay insurance just for your son to destroy my shit. Right. Oh, that's what insurance is for. Okay, I got this. Well, you're right. That's what insurance is for. Because when I choke the life out of you, you better have life motherfucking insurance. Because that's what insurance is for. For a motherfucker like me to kill your motherfucking ass, and your family better have it on you. Because if not, they're gonna be posting a whole lot of GoFundMes. That's what insurance is for. And then I was seeing black people say that about other black people. Well, you better have had insurance. You stupid if you ain't have insurance. Like now, insurance is the new word, the new period. Right. Insurance.
But you know, life insurance is important, and I hope that you do have it. It's very important.
It just makes me angry when I see people say that. That's what insurance is for. As if I want to pay insurance so that you and your friends can come and break my shit. Right. Yeah, I'm paying insurance so y'all can come break my shit, and then they charge me the deductible because I gotta pay it. Because y'all broke my shit. Can you believe that? No. And then some of these insurances don't even cover some of the stuff that's being damaged.
Yeah, like if your tires get damaged, the insurance don't cover that, do they?
Not that I know of. I don't know.
I didn't have all the people tires get slashed out.
Yeah, I didn't never know. I don't think so. Yeah, I never had that happen. No. If the insurance company cover your tires getting damaged, cha-ching, let the cash register ring, okay? Because I'd be up there all the fucking time.
Well, they ain't get Taco Bell because they open on.
Who is worried about Taco fucking Bell?
Chestnut. It's a business. And then they shut down everything. You couldn't even get to them stores that they tore up.
And they shut down something today too.
Yeah, everything getting shut down. I need to find something to eat because me and Naka come she ain't here to cook today. So, no.
It's you know what?
I really want to go shopping, and I can't go shopping.
Nina went shopping the other day.
She did.
That was the day when we was all out there when Jeremy made that sign.
But no, I want my own food. I want my own food. And I want some chicken breasts and stuff like that. I'm hungry. But yeah,
that's what insurance is for.
As a country though,
sad. It really is, man.
It's going to take a long time It's going to take a long time to even try to get back to normal because we're not even at normal. When I say this is our new normal, like...
It is.
It is.
2020 is done.
With the corona,
2020 is done.
with the unrest, well, no, this, I don't even want to call it an unrest. This is an uprising in our country. We have a presidential election.
And I'm so happy that this is all going on. Not the destroying people stuff. But I'm happy that this is going on because it's bringing about attention to something that has first of all, this reminds me, if you know anything about history, this reminds me of the 1968 presidential election where there was like these big riots that were going on during that year, because that was election year too. I'm happy that this is going on because you say to yourself, y'all need to hear us. Y'all are not hearing us. Y'all keep saying y'all hear us every time y'all kill one of us, and then you know what I mean?
It's rinse and repeat.
Yes, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I'm not a fan of the stealing stuff. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all. And I don't care who don't like that I said that. I'm not a fan of that. I am a fan of people making their voices heard. I'm a fan of that. And if I can stop somebody and say, listen, you can make your voice heard without stealing somebody's prescription medicine. Well, you're stealing the prescription medicine so you can take and sell on the street. Come on, it's disgusting. That is so disgusting. You know how many people need prescription medicine? Like, come on, like, I'm not even worried about the clothes. You went inside of pharmacies and stole medicine from people. They were taking the bags of medicine that's already bagged up.
Because they're going to sell them pills. Oh my God, they're going to make a kill. I know. I know. You know, my mind is just like,
yeah, they're going to sell that.
Oh my God.
Kevin, yes.
Bitch.
That's why a lot of them went straight back to the pharmacies. They weren't worried about those other aisles. They going to the pharmacy.
Yes, them perks.
Wow. But then I hear somebody now, well, that's what insurance is for. Oh, okay.
I wonder if Saul opened it down. You know I never ate her food. And she kept posting, don't tear up my store, don't tear up my store.
Yeah, girl, nobody's not thinking about 22nd and Lehigh, okay?
I wonder if they got that saver, like, what happened?
Curfew.
Oh, my phone ain't do that buzzing shit.
Ours did last night when me and Amber were downtown and we were walking down the street. Well, as soon as the thing went off, all the phones on the street was going off. It was like a whole chain reaction. Everybody's phones going. Everybody's going down. I said, "Oh my God, it was so loud."
I hope next door open. I need something. But y'all, just pay attention. Keep your eyes open. If you want to protest, protest. If you one of the people that's out there that want to like break into stores and set things on fire, just be careful. Because I do wonder if they're going to try to get those people. Like if they're going to like look at cameras. I don't know. Think so. I don't know.
It was too many people. It was too many people. And then how do you pinpoint who's who?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
yeah.
The only way you would really be able to pinpoint that is if the person doing it worked for the company.
Right.
But other than that, just too many people. Way too many people.
I just want y'all to be careful and think smart. Be smart. Be smart.
Don't get yourselves killed.
Yeah.
Don't get yourselves killed.
You know, I've heard like different people, like this guy James Skurlock, and then I seen that Chicago was saying that a young boy, a 19-year-old was missing. A woman was shot in her head in California. Like I've been hearing like small stories, but I haven't really like been trying to like get into that because I know that today I know that I want to talk about my mom and I know I want to talk about what's going on in this country. There will be times where we can talk more about everything else that's going on, but I wanted to get to the main part of what's going on in our country. And right now, you know, people are tired. They ain't got no job, Mikhail. Some people
they really trying to get a job now.
They trying to get their they really don't, and they trying to get their unemployment. They can't get that. And then we got the coronavirus. They're dealing with that. And then you're dealing with people being murdered. And there comes a point where you just throw your fucking hands up and do something. So, like, sometimes you want to do more than just protest. Like we say, fighting is not the answer. But sometimes you can't talk to a motherfucker. Sometimes the best way to get it out your system is to fight. You know? So that's why I say some of the stuff that's going on in this country, it had to happen.
I don't mind the fighting. Just don't fight us.
Yeah.
Fight them.
Right.
Go fight them. I don't mind the fighting at all. Just go fight them.
Right.
Hell, if you go fight them, you may even see me out there with you. But I'm not going out there when you fighting and destroying your stuff.
Don't
I
tear
can't
up
take
your
part
own
of that.
backyard.
Right, don't tear up your own backyard. Don't
Don't.
do that. Go fight in their backyard. Like they used to come to our backyard and destroy our shit.
And another good way, if you don't want to patronize a business in your neighborhood, don't shop there. They ain't got to make no money no more. You know how they always talk about how you go to the nail store or the hair store and they treat you like shit? You know, don't even go there.
Right.
Because they're going to eventually close. You know, it's just, there's better ways. And remember the value of your money.
Yeah.
Remember the power of your dollar. That's
if
what I
you
should
think
say.
that the unemployment thing was high, it's going to be even higher.
Bitch,
Now.
I'm about to file. Okay.
Okay. A lot of people ain't going to have no jobs. A lot of people ain't going to have no jobs now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough out here.
People just, I mean, they didn't just focus in Center City. They went all the way up to Albany.
They went
And they
all over.
stopped up Mount Airy because they didn't go across to Cheltenham.
No.
No.
And they got a Target over there.
Cheltenham
They got a shop right over
County,
there,
the
guys.
white folks don't hate that. It's like as soon as you get to Cheltenham Avenue,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Well, yeah, like they got the Target on City Avenue, but did they go to that shop right?
Yeah, but that City
further down?
Avenue
'Cause
area
that's-
is a black area.
What's that,
too.
Bala Kenwood? I don't think they I didn't hear anything about Bala Kenwood, like Lauren Taylor's, all that stuff.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but black people live all around that.
Yeah,
Target
but
on
I'm saying
City Avenue.
they didn't hit the LA. Let me start giving them places to go to. But I'm just saying, y'all, be careful. We love y'all. Be safe out there. Please don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Remember the power of your dollar. Remember that you can use your voice by voting, or you can go down there and protest, or you can do it silently. You can do it however you choose. I just ask that if you're going to tear something up, don't tear up shit in your backyard. Y'all be careful. We will see y'all either later this week or next week. We'll be back. I hope this week, though. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. Look at here, the sirens and
Oh, it's been doing
helicopters.
all day. All day. All day. I'm tired of it. Helicopters, sirens.